Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhamad Aziz and I am from 4B. In this presentation, I will be talking about mobile application development. I will be explaining about types of application, the pros and cons of different types of application, and web page, and lastly, the process of making a mobile application. So there are two types of mobile application. The first one is native application and a hybrid application. So in the next slide, I will be explaining about the pros and cons of each mobile application and a web page. So to start about this content, I will be explaining about the pros of native, hybrid, and also a web page. So the pros of native application is we can see from its high performance. It's a seamless user experience. Seamless, or in other words, a smooth user experience, and the device can have a full access feature, and it also use a app store distribution. So any mobile phone can download the content or the apps from the app store. And the next one is hybrid application. So it's a cross-platform development. The language that is used is HTML, CSS, and also JavaScript. It's a faster developed mobile application, and it is also used App Store distribution, and it can have some use of web technology as the because the language that is used is HTML, CSS, and also the JavaScript. The language that is used to develop a web page. And the pros of web page is a cross-platform accessibility, meaning that it can be accessed from various devices like a mobile phone, a laptop, or a computer, or any mobile devices that can have access to the internet. It is also a cost-effective development, meaning that it is cost less to maintain a web page rather than a mobile apps. It is also easy to update and no need App Store approval required, meaning that we don't have to download the content in our phone, so we can save our storage because we can just surf the web through the internet. And the cons of native application, hybrid application, and the web page. The cons of native application is is its higher development cost and time, meaning that to develop a native application, the cost and the time will be longer rather than to develop a web page. It is also a platform-specific development, meaning that we can only access the mobile application using, of course, a mobile phone. It is also maintenance challenging as because the cost and the time that took to maintain a native application is much harder than a web page. For a hybrid app, the performance may not match native app because the language that is used is more to a web page. It is also limited access to device features, meaning that some of the device features will not be able to access through the hybrid app. It is also potentially challenging in achieving consistent user experience. So for a company to use the hybrid app, it might be challenging to fulfill the user wishes or the user experience to have a smoother experience while going through the app. While the web page cons is it is have a limited access to device feature because it is the same as hybrid app. It is use the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript language. It is also potentially lowered performance because in the real world, I think we can all experience that mobile application is much more easier to use rather than the web page. It is also relies on an internet connection, meaning that we cannot access to a certain or no, to all the web page if we don't have an internet connection. Even if we have the internet connection, if it is not stable, then we might not be able to use the web page. It is also limited discoverability compared to App Store. To explain this, if we want to search a web page, we need to put the specific link, or if we want to search the name, it might show a lot of other web page that have the same name as the web page that we are trying to find. A mobile application, if we search the name in the App Store, it will show if the web page is there or not. It will not. There is no mobile application that has the same name. If I'm not wrong, and this is the mobile application life cycle. So there are five steps to develop a mobile application. First is the planning and researching. This is the part where we do some survey from other mobile applications and learn from them to improvise anything that can benefit our mobile application. The second part is to design the mobile app. This part is crucial because it can give a big impact on user experience. The easier it is for users to use the app, the better. And the design must also not be dull, but can attract new users to use our mobile app. The developing and testing process usually needs to be executed at the same time to create the best mobile app. In this process, the design may also change depending on the analysis from the testing process. And lastly, the deployment and the maintenance process. This is the part where the apps will be challenged by users. The bug or the feedback that user give to a mobile developer can be used to improve the app furthermore, so that user can have a smoother experience using the mobile application. That's all for me.